Hello everyone, it's that college football guy here with another video. Well. It's prediction time for all the Saturday games we got, and there is a lot. I'm not about to lie with a lot. There's some of these games, most of them, like we've had some weeks, it's been team versus team in the top 25. This is a lot of different ones, and subscriber games, we have those too, and they're not even, some subscribers aren't even playing each other, so there's a lot of games to get into. First, we get into the bat. Off the bat, everybody, please, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up. Helps the analytics, help the video to get seen. Comment on the video. I love talking to everybody. Subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 200. Let's see if we can get there. So we got a lot to talk about, so let's get to it. 12 p.m. Eastern kickoffs. One thing I've noticed now about the rankings, I went to 5-6 different sites about rankings to figure out when to hear AP. Everybody's using college football playoff rankings because that's the ones that count in their mind. So the ranking numbers are going to be screwed up from the AP. Most of the ones I found on here for rankings are doing college football playoff rankings, so it's different than the top 25. Forgive me on that. I mean, I'm just going to say, I might just say ranked matchup instead of saying the ranking, because like certain schools, like Tennessee's number 1 in the ranked matchup, but they're number 2 with Ohio State in the AP. Which ranking means more? So I'm going to say right here, we have a ranked game, 12 p.m. Eastern kickoffs. We have a ranked game. Tulane at Tulsa, they're number 19 in the college football playoff rankings. They're also a 7.5-point favorite. Tulsa's had some starting quarterback issues. A freshman quarterback, forgot his name here, is probably going to be the starter. Tulane's a 7.5-point favorite on the road, and I don't see any reason why they won't win this one. Ohio State at Northwestern. Oh boy. Yeah, Ohio State is a 38-point road favorite, and Northwestern is, well, Northwestern. Ohio State should breeze through this one. North Carolina at Virginia. Well, Virginia is having their issues as always. North Carolina is trying to stay unbeaten in ACC play. They're a 7.5-point favorite, and I think they're going to continue staying unbeaten. Subscriber game, Minnesota at Nebraska. Nebraska's had their issues. They're in coaching staff. That's all known here. And Minnesota comes in as a 16-point road favorite, and I think Minnesota's going to win this game easily. Now we have here a game, Maryland at Wisconsin, another subscriber game. Wisconsin's a 5.5-point favorite because they're at home, and the coaching staff, and it's windy, which favors Wisconsin a lot. But the Sharks and I have the same thing. Maryland's due. Maryland's due against Wisconsin. They're due. And there's other things that are injuries across the board that are breaking in here. So the Sharks and I have the same prediction. Even though Wisconsin's the favorite, I'm picking Maryland to beat technically upset Wisconsin. All right, we have a Texas Tech at TCU. Kind of a subscriber rank game, so we've got one of each. TCU is an 8.5-point favorite. Texas Tech has just fallen apart last few games. They're just having issues. TCU 8.5 at home, which tells you the fact that they do respect TCU. But I respect Texas Tech, I should say, but TCU should win this game. 3:30 p.m. Eastern kickoff. Number 25, UCF at Memphis. UCF's going to have their backup quarterback in this game. They're the home favorite, but the Sharks and I have the same opinion. Memphis is at home, and it's homecoming. Memphis is going to pull a top 25 upset and beat UCF. Michigan State at Illinois. Wow. Illinois, the number 1 defense in all of college football. They're a 16.5-point favorite. Michigan State has basically fallen apart. And Illinois should win this one easy. Should cruise to a victory. Penn State at Indiana. Indiana, what offense do you have? Yeah, Penn State's only a 13.5-point favorite, only because they've been getting beat up. But they should still win this game. Syracuse at Pitt. Syracuse is 20th in the college football poll rankings. Pitt is a 3-point home favorite. Why? That's my thing, is why? Keaton Slovis hasn't competed 50% of his passes in quite a few games. They can't score any points. You're at home. They think that's going to be the remedy. I think Syracuse is going to bounce back, and I'm going against the sports books, but the Sharks and I agree. I'm picking Syracuse to beat Pitt. Keep the wins going. Now we have a game, the first one I've had, where I went against, 2 games in a row where I went against the Sharks. I should take that back. It's only 1 game, as I realized when later on, I went against the books, but I went with the Sharks later on. Face you don't know, folks, if you don't pay attention to betting, the sportsbooks make the bets. The Sharks are the smart bettors who come in and submarine everybody late to get the best odds. And being in Vegas for 40 years, I know a few of them. I'm not placing any bets. They know I'm just doing it for this, so they don't care. West Virginia at Iowa State, subscriber game. Iowa State is a 7-point home favorite. Iowa State has a great defense, but their offense can't keep up with West Virginia. They're struggling to score points. West Virginia can score points. They just can't allow anybody to score. They get 9 teams to score, but Iowa State can't score. So, Sharks, even though Iowa State's favored by the sportsbook, Sharks and I agree West Virginia is going to win this game. Here's the one where we disagree. Number 18, Oklahoma State at Kansas. Folks, this is a pick'em. There's no line. It's a pick'em. I can't remember the last time a top 25 team is playing a non-top 25 team, and it's a pick'em. And why is it a pick'em? Jalen Daniels, the quarterback who's been out for Kansas. If he goes, if he can go through warm-ups and he's fine, he will start. That's the reason why it's a pick'em by the sports books. The Sharks are erring on Oklahoma State for the simple fact of the matter is they don't know sure Jalen Daniels is going to play. I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to think he's going to play, and I'm picking Kansas to upset Oklahoma State. So I'm going against the Sharks on this one. My game, Tennessee and Georgia. The so far this year, game of the year. Georgia is an 8.5-point favorite. Some places it's 8, some places 7.5, some places 9. Georgia's a favorite. I made my predictions at the beginning of the year about this game. Did I expect Tennessee to play anywhere near as good? No, I had them going 9-3 this season. Losses to LSU, which they won, to Alabama, which they won, and to Georgia, which they won. I've been having nightmares about this game, and the vision I have is the same thing I have. You beat Alabama on a field goal, and they're going to lose to Georgia on either a missed field goal or Georgia makes a field goal. I'm going to pick Georgia to win the game and upset my Tennessee Vols in the college football rankings, but they're not going to cover. That 8.5 is too much. It's going to come down to 3 points, but I'm picking Georgia to beat Tennessee. Now we got the Ugly Bowl of the week. Actually, is this the Ugly Bowl, or is this the secondary Ugly Bowls? There's 2 of them in here that were really, really bad. No, this is the Ugly Bowl. No, this is the second Ugly Bowl. Oh, Ohio State was the Ugly Bowl with 38 over Northwestern. Oregon at Colorado, and Oregon's a 31.5-point road favorite. Colorado can't figure out up from down. Unfortunately, Oregon's going in cruising, trying to get themselves cemented into the Pac-12 title game. Oregon's going to win this one. 4 p.m. Eastern, we have a subscriber game. Navy at Cincinnati. Navy is, Navy. Triple option offense. Cincinnati is trying to go in and get themselves back in the top 25 and get back in the discussion because they got to catch up with Tulane and get into the conference championship situation. They're a 19-point home favorite. I think they're going to win that game. Now we go to the 7 p.m. Eastern kickoffs. BYU at Boise State. BYU, their starting running back will be out. Boise State's going to be coming home. That offense is kicking in gear. Subscriber game here. Boise's kicking in gear. They're a 7.5-point home favorite, and I think they're going to win this game. Alabama at LSU. A great matchup. A great matchup. According to the college football playoff, LSU's top 10, but they're not in mine. I'm not going to do the rankings. But Alabama at LSU. Alabama's a 12.5-point road favorite. If LSU pulls this one off, this will be one of the biggest wins in LSU's had in a long time, upset-wise. But I'm picking Alabama to win the game. Now, here's the game that I debated on a long time. Do I go against the Sharks, or do I go with them? But the Sharks, the sports books, and I have the same prediction. Texas, Kansas State, ranked matchup. Kansas State's been scoring. I just have this bad feeling and this weird feeling. It's been the same thing I've had, and everybody else has had it. Texas is going to pull this out and upset Kansas State. Sorry, K-State fans. I hope I'm wrong on this one. I really do hope I'm wrong. Now comes the game where I differ from the Sharks again. Only because the Shark I had, he did not pick in this game because he can't decide on it. He lives in Vegas because it's UNLV at San Diego State. San Diego State is a 7.5-point favorite. San Diego State has been gotten beat up. They're having issues on both sides of the ball. Injuries has done damage to them. They're having inconsistency. I think they're 1-4 against the spread. UNLV starting quarterback Doug Brumfield, who has been the one who was leading them to all those wins. Well, he's back. They've had 2 weeks to prep for this. I'm going against the Sharks. Sharks pick San Diego State to win but not cover. I'm going against them. I'm picking UNLV to win outright. 7:30 p.m. Eastern kickoff. Arizona at Utah. Utah is a 17.5-point home favorite. Arizona, they're just having issues. I'm picking Utah. I'm picking Arizona. No, I'm not. I'm not picking Arizona. Freudian slip. I was thinking about the Arizona-San Diego State game for the first game of the year because I just saw the two teams back-to-back, and that was the first game of the season. But I'm picking Utah to win and cover that 17.5. Here's the game that I thought I was going to be the lone wolf on. Number 4, Clemson at Notre Dame. Or number 3, Clemson. Number 5, Clemson. Where they are in the damn rankings. Clemson's only a 3.5-point favorite on the road. I'm going like, that's awfully low. Notre Dame, the environment, at night. What's it going to mean? Talk to my bud. He and I agree. Say goodbye to being unbeaten, Clemson. Notre Dame's going to beat you. Michigan at Rutgers. I guess they call that my upset special. Notre Dame beating Clemson, but it may not be that big of an upset. Michigan at Rutgers. Michigan's a 25.5-point favorite. They're going to beat up Rutgers. 8 p.m. Eastern. We actually have a ranked matchup. We have Wake Forest at NC State. Wake Forest is a 4-point road favorite. Wake Forest, NC State. Wake Forest is the better offense. NC State has the better defense. NC State has a decent offense. Wake Forest has no defense. I'm picking NC State to pull the very small upset over Wake Forest. And then we got the 10:30 Eastern games. We got 3 games. We got UCLA at Arizona State. UCLA comes in a 10.5-point favorite. They're trying to play catch-up and stay in the Pac-12 title game at loop, trying to stay in this. I think they're going to beat Arizona State in this one, but I don't know. Don't be surprised if they don't cover the spread. And it's a field goal spread. Hawaii and Fresno State in a subscriber game. Hawaii, they've lost 4 of the last 5. They're a bad team. Fresno State's trying to get themselves right and get themselves back in the Mountain West Conference title picture. They're a 27-point home favorite, and they should win this game easily and cover. And lastly, Cal at USC. SC's a 21.5-point favorite. Cal SC should get the horses running, get everything going, be souped up and ready to go and win this game. So that's all my predictions for this Saturday. Tell me what you think. Are any of those games you think I got wrong? Any predictions you think I got wrong? Let me know down in the comments. So, you think I'm right? Thinking Notre Dame's going to beat Clemson? Let me know down in the comments. So thanks everybody for watching the video. Please hit the thumbs up. Be safe. Have a happy Saturday. And please, be good to each other.